listener. Once again, welcome to the Compass program. We are presently at Oxygen FM 96.9. We are live at Okeado, Ibadan. And it's your boy once again, Royal Prince. This program, The Compass, and we've been having it. This is the 6th edition, and today I'm sure you are going to enjoy the packages I have in stock for you this afternoon. Oxygen FM 96.9. Use this medium to invite your friends and family, students, parents, guardians. This is the time we need all of you to come on board the Compass program, where we give you direction regarding any career path. We look into the industry, we bring professionals from that industries for you so that they can teach you, give you the guidance that you need in order for you to become a successful professional in that particular field. And today I am going to be bringing amazing topic for you this afternoon. And I'm not just here alone in the studio. I have a co-host and I also have my guest on the show. So I'll be introducing my co-host. I will give her the mic to introduce herself.
Good afternoon, listeners of Oxygen FM. My name is Adegoke Dorothy. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon.
Welcome, Dorothy. How do you feel today? I hope you are good.
I'm feeling amazing. I'm so pumped up already.
I love that vibe. So quickly today, we're going to be looking at an amazing topic. But before we dive into today's topic, let's look at, let me give you a summary of what we did last week. Last week, we brought the regional manager from You Fit Fly, whereby he gave us an insight into the tour and aviation industry. He made us realize that if you are coming into this particular industry, you don't necessarily have to be a science student. You don't necessarily have to be an art or commercial student. Regardless of the subject, regardless of your course, you can migrate or you can transition into this aviation and tour industry. And he made us know that there are some certain skills you need to have, that once you have those skills, for instance, he spoke about communication skill, which is very important. And he said that there are some certification you can apply for so that you can be certified and also know more knowledge about any field in the industry that you are interested in. So today we are going to be diving into a particular career. And this career, why I love this career is because you don't necessarily have to go to a physical location in order for you to practice this career. And that is why for everybody out there looking for remote job, which remote work can I do, which remote work can I go into, this topic is for you. This is a career you can venture into, and you are going to learn a lot, number one. And number two, you can start working right from your home, and the resources you need to even start is not something too much. With your phone, with your system, you can start working from the comfort of your home. So today I have my guest right here who is going to be diving deeper into this career. And what is the career we are looking at? We are looking at the career called executive support. The career we are looking at is called executive support, administration, strategy, and operations personnel. So this particular role in 2026 is a role that is very relevant. This is a role that you can do from the comfort of your home. I won't start introducing this topic. I will allow our guests to introduce this topic. So quickly, we are going to be reading the profile of our guest. We are going to be reading the profile of our guest. We are going to enjoy our guest. She's going to break down the topic. I will allow my co-host to introduce our guest today on the show.
Good afternoon once again, listeners of Oxygen FM. I'll be introducing our guest. Adedeji Oluwaseun Precious is an executive assistant and operations support professional with expertise in executive support, project coordination, communication strategy, and organizational effectiveness. She is passionate about helping leaders and organizations improve productivity through strategic planning, efficient systems, and effective communication. Beyond executive support, she is a communications professional, a content creator, a public speaker committed to equipping young professionals with the skills needed to thrive in today's workplace. Today, she joins us us to share our insights into the evolving world of executive support. You're welcome, Ms. Oluwaseun.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dor-
All these big grammars for me to have. Thank
Doro,
you.
What do you think about that profile?
I think it was spectacular. One person has that many qualifications. Damn.
I'm sure she's loaded for us today, this afternoon. So when we're looking at the role we are looking at today is seen as the major backbone in terms of leadership. When we talk about companies, both locally and internationally, this role serves as the backbone because every organization needs strategy.
Of course.
Every organization needs coordination. Every organization needs someone to give them direction, to be able to communicate effectively. So when we are talking about this particular role called executive support, our guest, what can you tell us about this particular role, executive support?
Thank you once again for having me on the show today. I'm very happy to be here. Very, very happy to be. I'm here with Torchlight to shed light on this.
Thank
All
you.
right. When people hear executive support, they often think is managing calendars. Just managing calendars. People think it's about that, but I like to say something. Is actually managing clarity, managing communication and continuity. So it's beyond managing calendars. Executive support is a professional function that enables leaders. You were mentioning leaders the other time.
Yes.
So this career enables leaders to perform at their highest level because leaders do not have to worry about certain things. They have time to focus on being strategic, to focus on the main reason why they are there. A lot has been taken off their plate. An executive support professional handles coordination, communication, scheduling, information management, project follow-up, operational support, so that executives themselves can focus on strategy and decision making. Let's give a very small example.
Okay.
It's like you are planning an orchestra. Imagine an orchestra. The CEO may be the conductor, the music conductor, but the executive support ensures that every instrument is in place.
Okay.
Every performance starts on time.
Okay.
Nothing falls apart behind the scene. Because if you need maybe your saxophonist to start and they are not there, you are not conducting anything.
True.
That's
So
it.
that means if we should relate it well, let's take for instance now, this studio now is a restaurant and then you are the CEO. So what is the role the executive support personnel will be playing in the restaurant?
Okay, for
A restaurant now, let's say I own a restaurant.
so now the thing is,
So we need to provide food. People are here. We need to cook. We need to ensure that the oil is available. We need to ensure that the resources we need is available. So in that particular scenario now, I'm just thinking that I need to get this, I need to get that. So let's take for instance, and I say let me employ an executive support personnel. So what role will that person be playing for me to make my work easier and to make my work faster? So what role will you be playing in that perspective?
So you see, this role is more of working with an individual.
Okay.
More of working with an individual.
So you'll be working with me
directly because my
Okay.
boss owns 5 businesses across different industries.
Hey, now we are talking. You're giving us the
Across
example now.
different industry. Is in tech, is in finance, fintech, then is in interior decoration, then is also into consultancy.
That's 4.
Yes.
So if your boss is into all of these different companies,
How do I
and
do
is-
it right?
So you are coming on board as executive support to give him support. So what role do you now play for him?
So, like I said, it's more of working with an individual.
So you're
like
working
the
with
restaurant
him.
you mentioned, I will be managing the managing director,
Okay.
not the restaurant.
Okay.
I am working directly with my boss.
Okay.
Even though this work flows into the businesses that he has across 5 different faces. Do you understand?
Okay.
But it's more of working with an individual than with the building. The sales rep would come into the building and work inside the building. That is why sometimes your presence is not exactly needed, but as long as the work is done, that is why it is a work that can be done remotely. Even though some executives need more That is why some persons will prefer that their support is not a virtual work.
So Dorothy, now do you get what she's trying to say?
Yes, I do understand that perfectly.
So it simply means that, for instance, I'm managing a company now. I will need an executive support to help me manage my time.
Exactly.
If I'm getting it right.
If you
Yes.
observe, if you see, if executives that have assistants, they still have manager for their businesses. So it is more of working with an individual.
Like
You can
she
then
said.
flow into different businesses. You can be needed in different departments, but it is more of working. So be it a restaurant or a bank, it can be any industry at all. It is not even though the specificity even though what the requirement might differ, because maybe a corporate setting and a setting that is not very corporate still doesn't mean that you would not give the support that is needed.
Okay, I think I have a picture now.
Yeah.
So executive support, that person is managing the director, the person is managing the MD, the person is managing the manager. Is individual role. It's not like you are the one managing the whole organization for the person,
Exactly.
but you are managing his calendar, you are managing
His
him,
time,
you are helping
you know.
him to ensure that he sticks to time.
Exactly.
You are helping him to get things done.
You're reducing context switching so they can focus.
True.
Okay. Thank you very much for your clarity.
You're
Now, many
welcome.
people think, or when they hear executive support, they only think of a traditional secretary. But this field has evolved massively into high-level,
Of
strategic career paths. Could you break down the different branches under this industry for us? Specifically, please clarify the unique roles of a virtual assistant as
Okay.
well. How does that role come into play?
Okay.
An executive assistant, and
Okay.
operations, communications, or even strategy personnel as
Alright.
regards managing the boss now.
Okay. So just as you rightly said,
Okay.
times have changed.
Yeah.
It's now beyond, you have to be at a particular place. I'm sure that you have seen me countless times without seeing my
Boss.
boss.
Yes.
But the work is being done. Sometimes you even see my boss, you would not see me.
Yes.
Because maybe I'm elsewhere doing something.
Yes.
So you said virtual assistant,
Yes.
executive assistant,
Yes.
operations and strategy.
Yes.
All right. So I see VA and he has a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Virtual assistant is strictly virtual. Virtual assistant is like what a personal assistant would do virtually. Just as the name attached to it, virtual assistant. You would not expect to see a virtual assistant in
The office.
in the office.
It's no longer virtual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has defeated. So you need a personal assistant for that. It is no longer virtual. So a virtual assistant works remotely. They focus on administrative support, email, calendar, research, and there are niches in this. Virtual assistant on its own, it's a career path
Okay.
that is slightly different from executive assistant.
Okay.
An executive assistant manages one executive. A virtual assistant, you can have multiple clients. You can even have multiple executives that you work for.
Managing.
Yes, you can. There are different. There are niches in virtual assistants. You can be in real estate as a virtual assistant. It can be healthcare. What a doctor needs is different from what a tech bro needs.
Or tech lady.
You get. So some virtual assistants, all they do is just email, calendar, and email.
Just helping to mark.
Just,
you have this meeting by
you get
Monday. You are traveling by Tuesday.
travel itineraries and all of those things.
Yeah.
Some do much more than that.
Definitely.
Some do much more than that. You see, an executive assistant support, an executive, like I said, focus more on decision support, confidentiality. It is very important in this career. If your mouth is leaking, I don't think you'll survive in this career. Before you go and-
We'll still get to the skills that you need to have.
yes. So, an executive communication. And also high-level coordination. That is beyond just arranging Google Drive, arranging email,
Arranging
categorize.
Time.
Do you understand? I mentioned
2 a.m.
earlier, my boss has 5
Different companies.
businesses.
Businesses.
And everything. Okay, when I know Sam, your ear on this affair, not your ear on this affair. No. So it requires. So an executive assistant you have to have decision support, confidentiality, and all of those things. So you say an operations personnel. And operations personnel, they look after systems. They look after systems. That is like their primary assignment. And operations personnel looks after. But you say communication. They look after messaging, our voice, the brand. Every company has a brand.
Yes.
Even as an individual, you have a brand.
Definitely.
Talk more of a business. So the brand, stakeholders communication, internal communication. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why a strategy personnel looks 5 years ahead.
Provides the strategy.
Strategy, structure, systems that is working. If you are not around, can things still work? Some people, once they leave their business, the business stops working. It's like you close your shop now, nothing is happening until you come and open your shop the following day. A strategy.
Your station, your heartbeat. Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Dr. Eriwale from Akobo, Ibadan.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Can we have your question, sir?
Okay, I want to find out how you managing somebody like your speaker, the guest. Like she said, that they manage people from different sectors and everything.
Yes,
what
sir.
about people in maybe NGO and all that? Then my second question is about if there are some sensitive email that the person might need to receive. So how do you manage such sensitive information in terms of confidentiality and all that?
Okay, sir. So your first question regarding how do you manage people in the NGO industry, and also for the second question is talking about sensitive emails, confidentiality, right? All right. So our
Yes,
guest.
because I feel
Okay.
the assistant will be receiving the email
Yes.
on behalf of the boss, right?
Yes.
So maybe he's receiving some big contracts, 1, 2 millions and all those kind of things. So how will that kind of thing be managed?
Okay. Quickly.
All right. It's just that we've not gotten to the skills part. I would have mentioned that this career is a high trust career. You have to be very, very reliable, trustworthy, and you have to be very confidential. And I mentioned earlier that if your mouth is leaking, this career might not be for you. So for NGOs, I'll start by acknowledging, NGOs are unique. NGOs are unique because they often, they work with different diverse stakeholders and staffs, they are volunteers, across beneficiaries, donors, depending on what this NGO is doing. So, managing an NGO starts with understanding that everyone is working towards a shared mission. The goal of the NGO, the mission, whatever they are trying to achieve. So you have to know. So if I would manage an executive from an NGO, my role would be to create clarity, to encourage collaboration, and to ensure that everyone understands their responsibilities. It's not a competition. We are all working together for one goal, because you have to, have open communication, active listening, treating every team member with respect. I think that's actually needed in all industry.
So by the time we get to the skills part, we are going to look at those skills you need to have
properly.
as
And as
executive
for
support.
sensitive information, how do you manage? This is the skill I was talking about the other time, confidentiality, because it is important for an executive assistant to be someone trusted. It is a high level trust career. You can't, be inconsistent in your ways. You can't be, because trust is earned. You can't be inconsistent in your ways. So confidentiality is one of the pillars of an executive support, of the professional executive support. You treat sensitive information on a need-to-know basis. So that means that you only share information with people who are authorized to receive it. mistakes, ignorance. No, that's not an excuse. You only share those kind of informations with people who are authorized to receive it, and that is how to navigate it.
Thank you so much. So quickly, we are going to be going to our next question, which is the part that the parent listening to us now wants to really understand. That okay, so if their child wants to go into this particular field, they want to become executive support, well, should they go to science? Should they go to art class? Is there a particular class they have to go? And which course can they study at the university level?
Okay, should we surprise our listeners?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't have to study a particular course to become an executive assistant. No.
Okay.
You don't have to
So it
go to
means
school
that,
and go and...
that means the parents should not be scared that, oh, their child is already in science class or their child is already in art class.
Funnily enough, any experience you have in different field can actually be useful for you as an executive assistant.
Okay.
So it's not wasted knowledge, really.
So what of in the university? Is there any course that are relevant?
Yes, there are courses that are relevant, even though it is not like a do or die thing. Okay. Even if you are in every other career path, you can take certifications, you can take some courses and switch. But some courses are relevant. Courses like business administration, it has to do with management. Courses like mass communication, because communication is one other very important skill. As for this career path, you need to have communication skills. It's very important because you'll be speaking to a lot of people. Actually, yes. So courses like English, like psychology, like accounting, public administration, they can help. Even computer science, because the world has gone digital. Yeah. So computer science can help. Office technology, project management, because if you're an executive assistant, you're a project manager. Actually, yeah, project manager. You'll be moving from project to another, so courses like that can help.
So courses like psychology, business administration. I think I like that business administration.
And guess what? I did not do any of those things in school. I did resources management too, but then not all this heavily concentrated.
At least there's management,
right?
Because what you are doing as executive support,
I'm also managing resources.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's go to the next question now.
Okay, so moving on to professional competence. A university degree alone doesn't have to make someone a world-class strategist or executive ally. Beyond formal education, what are the core hard and soft skills that a person must intentionally develop to truly thrive and command respect in this career path? And how would a graduate transition into this career path? So now I'm a graduate and I want to just transition because I'm loving, the role of being an executive. Okay. So how do I transition now?
I like the fact that you added intentionally in your question, because it's not really about your degree, it's about competence. You can have all of these courses I just mentioned. If you're not competent, you would not be able to do some certain things. So when we talk about skills, we have hard skills and soft skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
So under hard skills, calendar management, travel coordination, minute taking. That thing that our parents used to write minutes is not obsolete. It's just that in this time maybe AI can help you. Minutes taking, Google Workspace, Microsoft Office suites, even artificial intelligence is one skill you need to learn in this career path. Project management, research, report writing, you'll be writing a lot of reports, data management. And when we come to soft skills, to mention, those are the ones that are important. When we come to soft skills, communication.
Very important.
Very important.
Everybody I brought on this show always talk about communication.
Well, because we are always communicating. You're either writing or you're talking.
Everybody.
Nothing
regardless of the field.
Without communication. Nothing.
Like all the a lawyer has been here.
Communication.
He made mention of communication.
You talk now.
You do, whether you like exactly.
You're talking.
You have to.
You're talking.
You must not even complicate his matter.
You get. And even in my career, you need both verbal and written communication, because I mentioned report writing. That is actually written. Stakeholders management. You'll be talking to a lot of stakeholders. That is verbal communication. So communication is very important. Discretion. You need discretion. You also need critical thinking.
I think
problem solving.
That critical thinking, I think, because most times or sometimes you are thinking for that individual you are managing.
No, it's not most times. You are thinking
Every time.
Yes.
You are, even before you make some decision,
You are thinking for the individual.
Helped him to think ahead.
Even your decisions can
So
even
you-
influence his
Exactly. So you must
decision.
even have ability to take initiatives. Take initiatives. Leadership is also, even though you are managing a leader, you're also a leader.
You can't manage what you don't understand.
Exactly. So leadership is another very important skill. You know, professionalism, time management.
I think this should be number one box you have to tick.
Time management.
If you can't manage your own time,
Time.
there is no way you can manage someone else's time.
You get.
yes.
You are not, instead of you to wake up by 8, you are waking up by 10.
Or
How do you not want to remind
Or 12:30. How do you tell your boss? You have a meeting by 9.
9.
when you are still sleeping by
dreaming.
9?
Yeah.
Confidentiality is also another very, very important skill that is needed. Your mouth cannot leak.
Because what I'm thinking about that confidentiality is that imagine your person you are managing receive a contract of, let's say, 40 million naira,
Yeah.
and you were there when the
And then
contract
you
was,
called your friend.
and then
Yeah. Or
Get-
you tell your friends,
Be like,
that,
guy,
my boss
after
just
now,
got
my
a
we
contract.
get one big contract.
you just go, if you bill him now, like you can,
You can bill my boss. He has money, right? No, you must be confidential and you must be emotionally intelligent because you would be representing your boss
in some certain situation.
in not certain situations. Any place you are, you are representing. You are a representation of your boss.
So Dorothy, now if you are managing someone, if I see you, it's like I'm seeing that person. you are
Exactly.
managing.
Yes. So I have
So-
to be very emotionally
So
intelligent.
see, if I speak to someone a way my boss would not speak to that person, they would speak to my boss that your assistant said this
and
to me.
that, yeah.
So you have to be emotionally intelligent.
And when you are speaking to people, they are giving that respect that, oh, you are speaking on
In
behalf.
place-
On behalf, you get.
yes, of the boss.
So the same respect they will give to that person, they will still give to your words, because you know that anything you are saying
The
it.
boss is-
So
Yes,
someone like
on
my
behalf
boss,
of
when
the
my boss would introduce me to people, he said, "Oh, this is my executive PA," and he would say, "Please, speak to me like you speak to her." Do you understand? So you should also know to respond like your boss would respond.
Actually,
If they are speaking to you like they will speak to your boss, you should know to respond like your boss, and amongst other things, know when to not say anything, know when to talk. You know, you must be emotionally intelligent.
you have to be smart.
yeah, definitely.
And very important, you must be willing to learn. There are a lot of things you would unlearn, you would relearn, you keep learning
on the job.
On the job, you have to, you can't be rigid.
You are EA to someone having 4 businesses. You have to understand 5 businesses.
Yes, 5.
You have to understand the structure of each business,
And the specific needs.
of
Yeah.
each.
You know, I said is in tech. There is fintech. There is consultancy. There
Flexibility has to come in.
exactly.
Yeah.
There is interior decorations. Do you see the distance between interior decoration and tech?
And you
So
have to be vast.
You have to be
Yeah,
flexible. You have to, ability to learn.
Learn every day. Right.
Yeah.
Our listeners, you might want to call into the studios 070-4700-3969. Once again, 070-4700-3969. We are going to be going quickly on a short break, and then when we are back, we are going to be going into the next phase of our questions. Our guest is readily available. Welcome back to the Compass program. We are presently live at Okeado, Oxygen FM 96.9. Don't turn it away. Our guest is still here giving us back to back the career roadmap for you to become an executive support. So we are going to be asking our guest the next question. And Dorothy, can we have the question?
Yes. So thank you very much, Miss Oluwaseun. I mean,
Thank you.
This section has been very impactful.
Thank you.
We live in a fast-paced digital era.
Yes, we do.
And artificial intelligence is reshaping every
It's
corporate
taking over.
desk.
Of course.
It's taking over.
Of course.
So many people assume that AI tools will replace assistants and operations personnel. But on
If
the
care is not taken.
yeah, actually,
What
because it's fast paced. But on the compass, we look at technology as an accelerator. What specific role is AI playing in the executive support industry today? And how can a modern assistant or operations manager use AI as a powerful partner to work smarter and scale their career?
Wow, that is simply. Let me start by saying artificial intelligence is not replacing executive assistants.
Yeah, explain.
It's only replacing the repetitive tasks that we do.
Wow. The
Okay.
repetitive task.
Yes, we have repetitive tasks, like report writing and
Okay.
and all of those things. That is where artificial intelligence comes in to make the work effective and efficient.
So you're saying that AI cannot, because now I've been seeing some people saying that you can hire some AI to do VA role. It simply means that even if they will do it, it cannot be as effective.
See, AI does not understand human connection.
They
Right.
don't- it
And you
doesn't
know
have
that
emotions.
your AI is as smart as you are. Garbage in, garbage out. It's prompt. Your AI is as smart as you are. It's what you give the AI that the AI is going to give back to you.
Right.
So artificial intelligence cannot replace executive assistants.
Now.
It can only replace the repetitive tasks. It can only help our work. And if you are still living in the 19th century, we need to baptize you out of that place and bring you back to
using 2010 technology.
you get and bring it to 2026 that times have changed. Now we have technology.
So it means, because some people are already scared that don't let me go into this particular
let me
field.
tell you something. AI can help you with meeting summaries, email drafting, even brainstorming. It can help you with research.
I've been in some Google meetings and I will see AI something.
Of course,
in the
taking notes.
meeting.
Yes, now taking notes for you, helping you to
takes
record.
note. Yeah.
So, I said that artificial intelligence can help replace our repetitive task. Meanwhile, that is not all we do.
Okay.
The work of an executive assistant is more than
Just
the
writing meeting,
repetitive. Yes,
fixing calendar.
I said my boss has a business in the interior design industry.
You have to be thinking for him.
So, will my boss send AI to go and supervise vendors that are on site working?
That's deep.
Right.
While AI can help us with a lot of things,
Actually.
as I've mentioned, scheduling. AI can help you schedule presentations. You want to do presentations, slides, and all. But AI cannot replace judgment.
AI cannot communicate.
AI
with-
cannot replace confidentiality.
AI does not have emotional intelligence.
AI cannot replace, let's even call it relationship management, where emotional intelligence comes in. AI cannot replace that. And again, AI is not emotionally intelligent because your AI is as smart as you are.
Okay,
It
so-
can only be emotionally intelligent if you have trained your bots to be that way.
And actually, I think that AI cannot be as flexible as humans.
See,
In
do you know
terms-
it's just one liner? AI is my assistant, not my replacement.
Actually, because there are some situations that you have to make some decisive judgment, like you make mention of now. There are some unforeseen circumstances that it's only human that can really navigate those situations. For instance, now, where you went to represent your boss at one of the work, and then suddenly they take the power supply.
No, you call ChatGPT. We currently do not have power supply.
So it means that in that instant, you need to make a decision.
Of course,
How do we get XYZ? How do we get the power running back?
because the work
How
must
do we do
continue.
this?
Yes.
So instantly you put a call through to XYZ. Can we have diesel? Can we have this? Can we do this?
And before
Chat-
you know it, the work is back and is moving.
Yeah.
So Gemini is not there yet.
No. Gemini no fit.
No.
ChatGPT.
So it simply means that what? Presently AI is
It's
not
my
coming to-
assistant, not my replacement. We need to have this mindset that AI is here to help us,
to accelerate
to
the work.
accelerate, to make the work effective
Easier.
and efficient. You are faster. So when I'm supposed to write meetings manually, think about the summaries manually, I've given it a prompt. I've given my AI a prompt.
So you have enough time to do
other things.
strategic things, not
Like-
just repetitive tasks. You have time to now start planning ahead. This person is going to come by 4. What is he going to tell this person? You start looking at the schedule. You start giving answers to some questions that has not been asked. Because you know, by the time this person comes to see him regarding this business, it needs to have an information about this and this and this, which you are going to brief him before the meeting. So you have this meeting by this time. So this and this is what that person is coming to discuss, and these are your own opinion about the best way he can go about the business, because you've made your own research. You've done this, you've done that, and based on this research, you can advise him that, sir, we can look into the business model, we can accept it, we can see how we can work together with him. And for situation it's not going to work, you are going to also advise him. I think advisorial role is part of
we are special advisors to the CEO.
I said it.
Special advisors to the CEO.
Like you are even
because
telling,
you have to be wise about it, because wisdom is profitable to direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like that's why you said that you have to be discreet. You have to be able to know that, okay, this is what you should do now. Wisdom is also important.
Very important.
You have to know how to undo so many things, how to go about it,
and at the same time.
Okay.
And do so many things at the same time.
Okay.
Thank you. So the next question is that let's talk about the job market.
Okay.
I think we've been talking about how to get into this career, how to transition into this career. One of the aspects we also need to talk about is that, do we have the market? So because most people fear now is that everybody's even doing VA, everybody's not doing assistant. This one is doing virtual assistant. This one is doing this one is doing XYZ. So let's look at the market.
Are there jobs available?
Actually, because if some people know that jobs are readily available right now as we speak, they are going to say they want to transition
definitely
into executive support. So how do they
navigate getting jobs? Is the job market even favorable at all?
Actually, because of the AI wave now, some people are thinking, well, let me just go and learn how to sew. Let me
it will never go obsolete.
At this point, let me go and learn
dressing.
You understand? They just have to think of how they can learn one skill or the other, add skill actually. Because they're thinking that there's nobody that will employ them. So how do you think that they can get these offers? Is the market there? If the market is there, how should they look into this market? You can give us some examples. Who are those that you know that they're also executives like you? How did they get into the role? How did they get the connection and all of
the jobs? Where should they go to?
So the market is definitely there.
Okay.
The market is there. But then not just there is a very strong market for executive assistants.
Wow.
Every organization has a leader now.
Actually.
True.
Actually.
Every organization has leaders, not a leader. Leaders, executives, directors.
Oh, I get. So it's not only the MD that needs.
No, now.
Okay.
Every organization has leaders, executives, directors, even business owners. Some business owners need some form of executive support.
You get that, Dorothy?
Yes, I do.
I think it's because when people like me now, when I hear executive assistant, I'm thinking maybe it's only the MD
CEO
or the CEO of the company that actually needs one.
If you check some companies' organogram, you will see that executive on their executive level is not just the CEO that is always on the executive level.
Yes, that's right.
And beyond the corporate sector, some business owners need some form of executive support. So this, the demands exist across borders actually, across the corporate organization, NGOs, government agencies, healthcare, education, hospitality, technology companies, across different industry. And, as businesses become more complex, the need for skilled executive assistants continues to grow. Because if you're a business owner, you are doing it within Okeado, you might be okay. But when you need to scale out of Ibadan, you need to scale out of Nigeria, you need to scale across West Africa, you cannot do it alone.
Right.
And as long as we are growing, businesses are growing, the need for an executive assistant will always be needed.
So all these businesses are just opening new branches. I think it's time that you can pitch yourself to this people.
And see, there is actually a roadmap that I can give.
Okay.
The first step is to learn. Get certified. I learned when I was 7. Started with virtual assistant courses when I was 7 because I had free time, so I was learning. Learn. You might be in science department, social sciences, humanities. Learn as long as you can learn. Even if you studied mathematics in school, learn. So the first thing is to learn. Then the second thing is to volunteer.
I think that's where most people are missing it.
Yes.
They don't want to do free something. They don't want to volunteer. They just want to finish learning from the course.
Yeah,
And
join
then-
the role straight up.
Looking for, not even straight up, they are looking for a role that will pay. They already have that price tag in their mind.
Yes.
That even if they see an offer that is below
Below,
it,
they'll say, "Oh, I can't."
So when I
take
learned,
this.
I volunteered because I need to put into practice the knowledge that I think I have. Because it's easy to learn calendar management on
Theory.
paper
Yeah.
It's easy to learn theory.
and do it.
Can you apply it?
Calendar management, you can take paracetamol over it.
And one thing
If you
about
don't know what you're
volunteering is that they give you, there's room for grace.
Exactly.
Because they know
and
that-
there is room for growth.
Growth as well.
Sharp,
I was gonna
sharp.
say
There is room
that,
for growth.
Grace growth.
You get so when you volunteered,
So grace growth.
lines,
Actually.
chopping bars.
So when you're volunteering, they give you that grace that okay, this person is still what growing.
Growing.
Ah,
And then you grow into that professional that you need to be. Then you can build a portfolio. Because your portfolio is not just writing, I can do this one, is I have done this. Beyond you telling us that I can set up Zoom meetings. Have you actually done it before? Have you tried it
I'm
before?
just thinking now, if there's a way I can reach out to Aliko Dangote that want to volunteer. He should not pay me.
Please let me know where you are going.
He should not pay. I don't
Please
need
take me along
Please
as
take me
well.
along.
I
I
don't
beg.
need.
to learn.
I don't
Let
need
us
money.
follow the person
Imagine
that-
I just do it for him for 1 year.
Follow
That's
no
all.
road.
That's what I want to put inside my portfolio. Aye.
Please let me know where you are going, please.
No,
I will- And another important thing, optimize your LinkedIn.
Okay.
You will see the
LinkedIn
average Nigerian
optimization.
youth that is a graduate, though, not even, if maybe the person is not formally learned, formally educated, because there are different forms of education. If the person is not formally educated, you ask the person, "Oh, can I have your LinkedIn profile?" You're like, "I don't like LinkedIn. No, I'm not on LinkedIn." How are you not
When
on
they are not
LinkedIn?
dancing
What are
there
you
now.
doing? Your LinkedIn profile is not just about opening, just open. You need to optimize your LinkedIn profile, because most recruiters would request for the link to your profile.
So they
And
can
if you just, your name is there, your picture, some persons will even put selfie. That is
everything there should be professional.
it should be professional. And nothing. Your page is just dry. Your profile is just dry. Optimize your LinkedIn. Then network. Because you want to work with the executives. Network.
Actually,
It's even a work that would when you get into the career, you would network a lot, because you'll be following your executive to events, to places, to different places. So it means that you'll be networking a lot.
only if you are VA. That's when you might not have.
I
the
know.
opportunity to be
I'm
following.
talking
That's
as
what
an
I'm saying.
executive assistant now.
So I'm not saying that only before somebody says he's applying for VA now. He's not.
You want to follow? No, now
did not
you're
carry
a
me
virtual
along.
assistant. You are going nowhere. You stay in your house.
Thank you for. If you want to call into the studio, you have any question, 070-4700-3969, or you call into 070-4700-2969.
And you see, the last but not the least is to apply consistency.
Okay.
If you are actively searching for a job, you've applied for one today, and you go and sleep. Waiting for them
Waiting
to
for
call you
reply.
back. So you apply consistency. You might not
We have a
require-
caller.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome to Oxygen FM.
How are you?
I'm fine. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I called before. This is Dr. Rewali from Akubo.
Okay.
So
Doctor.
I just wanted to find out about what she mentioned just now
Okay.
about your LinkedIn, your brand. So
Okay.
does an executive assistant also manage the media, maybe the boss's LinkedIn profile,
The social
or
media
maybe
platform.
Facebook and some other all
Social-
those media branding and outlook for them as well,
Okay.
or their job does not get
Do
to
with
that
social media.
to that end?
Okay, I think.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. I think the question is looking. Okay, you understand?
Yes,
the
I understand the question. I think is trying to find out if an executive assistant also does social media management work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, it is not a universal responsibility for an executive assistant. there are social media managers
Yes.
that are specifically trained for roles like this.
Yes.
Even though in some organizations, an executive assistant can have the skill and depending on their arrangement, but it is not a universal assistant. In smaller organizations or maybe startups where everybody's just growing together,
Actually.
and EA often wears multiple hats. But in a standard working environment, larger organizations, those responsibilities are handled. They are attached to people that are specifically trained for it.
So it's simply, in other words, it means that in some organizations, they can put it as part of your job description.
Yes.
Maybe because they don't have enough resources
Yes.
to
To
bring in a
outsource.
social
Yes.
media manager.
Yes.
Yes.
And the person needs someone to manage his schedule,
And
The
the
executive
executive assistant has the
skill.
because it
to
is not part
anyhow
of the necessary skills
you
needed to
Okay.
be an executive assistant.
And
It is
I
not
think
part of the
you made
necessary
mention of the fact that as EA too, you must be able to learn.
skill. Exactly, be
So
versatile.
I think this is one of the ways that particular skill can also come on board, and then I'm sure maybe later on that can be used to also raise the person's salary.
It depends. Like
That-
I said,
that's
it
what I'm
depends on the
organization or
but
the individual
generally-
you're working with.
Generally, you coordinate calendar, not
Social media,
post.
so that you not mix the two roles. Social
Yes,
media
and also-
management
and
is
also
a
because
standalone role.
Yes, it is a standalone role. Even community
Management.
managers is a standalone role.
Right.
But then a place where the EA can mix with the social media, maybe have a relationship with them is, as an EA, you're the one that follow your boss to events and all. You can get pictures and videos for the social media department if there is any.
But in case there are none, you can, for it before they now hire a professional, you can just be helping him to, and that's
that
based on
is
discussion.
based on
If
discussion.
we will have discussed, we will say, okay, we are planning to hire a social media manager, but however, before then, you can just get these pictures or get this content and just put it so that the pages will not
They are
just
not
be
dormant
plain
and just there,
and all
yes.
of those things. So
Yes.
I want the clarification to be clear, sir, is that there is a role for social media manager,
Yes, there are
and also there is
personnels.
a role for executive
Executive
support.
assistant, yes.
However, in some cases whereby the social media manager is not available, or you've not employed or hired such a person, you can then discuss with the executive support and let him know for just a temporary time you can just push content on your social media platform and all of those things. However, with time, you try to hire a social media manager because that's the person role. The person have full understanding about what social media management is all about. So
Yes.
don't mix the two roles together. Any EA that chooses to be helping you manage your social media just does it out of good way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now let's just quickly talk about the challenges
Okay.
in this industry. Are
Okay.
there challenges for someone that wants to
Of course.
transition, and how do you overcome these challenges quickly?
Of course, I think every career has its
challenge.
own challenges,
Yeah.
and some of the challenges that are very common in this career is maybe burnout, because you'll be carrying a lot of weight. Burnout sometimes, and for burnout, the solution is to have clear boundaries. You can create clear boundaries.
And I think from that question we can see it now. You are managing social media, you are managing him, you are doing XYZ. So at some point you might have to say, sir, let's hire
let's hire
a
someone
social
to-
media
exactly.
manager.
Exactly.
You get what I'm
So,
trying to say?
definitely. Some persons have difficult bosses. I'm so blessed I don't have that experience. But then I think the solution to difficult bosses is to learn expectation management. It means that for difficult bosses, they have their expectations met to the core. Nothing missing, nothing subtracted. So, I think a solution to that is to learn expectation management. And another challenge can be information overload. You have too much information with you, and the solution is to have systems, to have automations, to have documentations, because when you document some things, you don't have to keep it maybe at the right side of your head again. You don't have to keep it there. So if you observe, I'm always
Yes.
writing. I mean, with notepad or with my phone, if there is something that, oh, I do not want to forget this thing, write it down. Because information overload can be a challenge whereby, oh, you had something in the morning, you had something some few minutes, you will forget some things, and it would make your work tacky.
You know, some people say, I will remember. No, I will remember.
You will
Your
not
boss keeps telling you, we are going to do this. You are putting it in your brain.
Okay.
He's saying this one, you are putting it in your brain. He's saying this one, you are putting it in your brain. Okay.
And then another one I would want to mention is technology changes. You have to be flexible. You have to stay inside continuous learning.
And you have to be relevant.
Because there were times where you have to write minutes yourself. Now AI can do that for you.
Right.
So it means that you have to be learning continuously. And for any professional that has not learned how to use some of these things, it will be a challenge for them. Because their work will not be effective and efficient. You will not be fast. And your boss would expect more. Especially if you have a boss that is tech savvy. Some difficult bosses want you to do it the traditional way.
Yeah.
But like I said, I can't relate. I can't relate. My boss is even in tech, so he's very tech savvy.
Thank you so much, Precious. This section has been powerful. Or what do you think, Dorothy?
Yes, very, very impactful.
And I've learned a lot. And this, I am interested in this topic, especially because I receive so many messages like, oh, is there any remote opportunity?
Of course,
is there any
lots of
remote
remote
work? I want to do this. Well, I need a job. I need this. So many of them are just looking for how can they tap into a field whereby they can work from their home. They don't necessarily have to travel down, because sometimes some people get opportunity to become an executive support, but the location is Lagos, and then where they are at Port Harcourt. So they need a role that they know that regardless of wherever they are, they can really play this role. And then this topic has fit and solved that particular problem. So becoming an executive support or communication and strategy personnel has been dissected today, and then our guest has done justice to it. Once again, thank you, my co-host.
Thank you very much for having me on the show, my host.
And my guest, do you have a pattern for someone listening to us right now?
All right, what I would just say in conclusion, is that the future belongs to professionals who are adaptable. Executive support is no longer about simply assisting leaders. It's about becoming a strategic partner who creates order out of complexity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I remain Royal Prince, and I'm the host of The Compass live at Oxygen FM 96.9. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, same time, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thank you